Hello, this is Alex Zero again, and this is a tutorial on how to make this sort of carving game thing that I made when I was bored. So, well, here's what it looks like. Here. So you got this thing. Alright. You can move it. So it looks like this. You hit space and it drops down and removes a cube. You can move it. Remove different cubes. You can hit L to turn on the laser pointer, so you can actually see where you're going. And use the mouse to move the camera. WAS, and D to move the camera too. And yeah, that's essentially what it does. So, and I'm going to teach you how to make one. So let's start a new project thing. I'm going to move these things to my second layer. Alright, so we're going to start out with, let's add a cube. Oh, by the way, this is kind of a long tutorial, so there's probably going to be more than I can cover in 10 minutes. So there will most likely be a second part. If there is, the link will be in the comment. Alright, so let's scale down our cube about 0.4. We want to add a new material, or we don't have to change it to anything. Just change the name to cube. And that's already a cube. Alright, now we want to add a cylinder. Make it 16 vertices. Scale it down so it's about like this. Then let's there we go. Scale it along the z-axis so it's about like this. Doesn't really matter. Alright, there we go. Now let's make this a new material. We're doing the materials so that we can check if this material touched something. Technically you can use the collision. It can do a material or a property. I'm just using the touch just because. Let's name the cylinder's material erase and name the cylinder itself erase. It doesn't matter what you name the cylinder, but it does matter what you name the material. Alright, now that we've got these in our cube, let us add a touch. And at the material, type in erase. And edit object, end object. Then connect these. And now whenever this touches this, it will erase it, except it can't touch it. Alright, let's make this dynamic, bump up the dampening. We also want to go into edit mode, move the center point down to the bottom using center cursor. Now it's right here. And we want to change the radius so it looks kinda like this. It doesn't really matter. I'm gonna make mine a little bit smaller. That's too small. Alright, there we go. I'm gonna use mine about like that. A dotted line. Alright, now we want to let's add a alright. Let's add a delay. Make the delay 1, click the repeating button, then call this down delay. And we want to name this motion down motion. And set the Z motion to -0.05 and then connect these. And by the way, I am going off of the blend file that I made before. I'll attach a link so you can download it. The link will be in the comment. But it's the reason I'll be pausing and starting the video. So if you see any jerking, that'll be it. I'm checking to make sure that I'm doing everything correctly. Alright, now let us add a property. Oh, speaking of which, we need to add two properties. Make them both integers. Whoops. Integer. Call this one down and call this one up. Make them both a value of 0 if they're not already. Now we want to call this down prop. Now let's make this property down and value of 1. So, and then connect this to here. So it'll only do this if the down property is 1. And I really hope I turn my sound on this recording. Anyway, okay. Now let's add a keyboard key space. Call it down space. Add a new and make a property down, not up. The exclamation point is programming for not. And we want up to be to a value of 0. Then connect these. Whoops. Then add a property over here and call it down prop set. And property down value of 1. Now connect it. Alright. Now this should technically work. There we go. The cube disappeared when the toucher thingy touched it. So now we have to make it so that once the eraser thing touches the cube, it moves back up, like you saw in the little example thingy I did. Alright, so we want to do this is why. Alright, and we do a touch, I think. Yes, I call it cube touch. Obviously the material to cube. Then we want, hold on. Okay, sorry. I'm running a timer to make sure I don't go over 10 minutes because I have problems splitting my video. Anyway, alright, so we want a cube touch, and we also want to make another property. No, not a radar, a property. There we go. Called cube touch prop. And set this property to down, down, value of 1. Make, come on, move up. I shall get it, there we go. Make another and. Connect these two. Then we want to add 2 properties over here. Call the first one cube prop. The property down, value of 0. The second one is up prop set 1. Prop is up. The property is obviously up, and the value is 1. Alright. Now, whenever this, so see if we test it now, when this touches it, it'll stop, because it sets the down property to 0 and the up property to 1. But we don't do anything with the up property yet. So let's add here we go, delay. Alright, and call it up delay. Delay of 1, repeating. Now essentially we're doing the exact same thing for going up that we're doing going down. So we want a property called up prop. Property is up, value is 1. There we go. Let's make another and. Connect these two. Okay, I will continue this in the second part, like I said. So, yeah, look for the URL in the comment.